Beach FM, locals talking to locals.
And we say good morning to the Chair of the Kapiti Chamber of Commerce, Heather Hutchings. Good morning, Heather.
Good morning, Nigel.
Yeah, you're out and about early today. Now, you must be pretty pleased that the Kapiti is getting a destination website and a digital platform.
Isn't that exciting? It is.
Tell us, what's it all about?
Look, it's something that was sorted by the Economic Development and Council, so probably best to talk to them. But it's certainly going forward as far as the region is concerned. It's a fabulous idea.
So it's going to help, bringing business to the Kapiti Coast, I should imagine.
Yeah, I would. Yes, they have a page there about business, so it's about bringing businesses to the Kapiti Coast, but it's also keeping our own businesses informed on training, anything that's going on within the district as well. So it's twofold, really. Right,
okay. And Kapiti's first pop-up business school is launching in May. Is that something that the Chamber has been behind or not?
No, this is an economic development initiative. It is happening around the country. It's a fabulous idea. The Chamber will certainly be there. We will have a presence, and I'm going to be speaking there. But, for people who are looking at starting up business or perhaps started up business and need a bit more guidance, this is an ideal pop-up business school for them to be going to.
Oh, good. Now, you put out a survey to see what effect Air New Zealand's departures meant on the business. What sort of response did you get to that?
We had a really good response for that. It was, people who are travelling to Auckland perhaps 2 or 3 times a week have come back to us and said, look, that it's difficult now having to travel into Wellington and then fly out, and that they will have to consider whether they continue to fly into Kapiti to do business. We have business people who fly from Auckland here to do business. So and also the impact, if you take a look at our taxi company, you would see 4 or 5, sometimes 6 of them lined up in the morning and again at evening. So for them, it's a huge loss, as well as the cafeteria in the airport. So it's impacting all around the businesses at the moment.
Yes, I should imagine it has been, and it'll be a wee while before we get a service by the sounds of it, although, Air Chatham's have indicated they're keen, but there's a lot of hoops to go through before we get another service back on.
Yes, there will be, and I know that there's work being done in the background. We just need to make sure that we keep it relevant, that we keep it out there, that we do need our airport, that we don't just become complacent and let it die.
Now the Chambers sorry, away you go.
Yeah, so, I know that I was speaking to Mayor Guru last night, and they've been having conversations with Air Chatham and also with the Todd Group. So there is work going on.
Yes.
But we're certainly not going to be letting it go because, as you know, we're really, really connected to this. The airport.
Yes, I know a lot of people from the Kapiti Coast, instead of going to Wellington, it's always a risk, and I know it's a bit shorter, but they're going to Palmerston to catch flights.
That's right.
Yeah. Yes. So I suppose that's bad, really, for us, because they get into the habit of doing this, and like the live-in people, you're trying to encourage them to come to Kapiti to fly out of here, but they'll head off to Palmerston too.
That's right. So, it takes 21 days to break a habit, and if it's 2 months before we get the airport up and running, we're going to have to be doing some very strong marketing to get people to come back and use our airport. And that's where our focus is right now is, what do we need to do marketing-wise to make sure that when the airport is back up and running that we let everybody know, that it's there and just keep marketing and pushing the airport out there.
Sure. Long-term plan coming up in the Kapiti Coast District Council. You'll be pretty much involved in that, I should imagine.
No, we have been meeting on Saturday mornings. It's difficult for Chamber because, we're all voluntary, we all run our own businesses.
Yes.
So we've been meeting on Saturday mornings and ploughing through all of the material and the books that have come out from Council, looking at where our attention is going to go, what are we going to be talking to in the long-term plan, and of course, as you know, we've got the commercial rates, also looking at the town centres, Maclean Park, Kapi Island, so all of those areas the Chamber will certainly be talking to at Council. And when it comes to talking to the long-term plan.
Yes, commercial rating, how's that going to affect our businesses, Heather?
Well, a lot of our buildings are owned by what we call absentee landlords. So, of course, their rates will go up, and they will pass that on to our small businesses.
Yes, and that's not good news.
It will have an impact. It's not good news for our businesses. So it will have an impact on business. And, of course, we've also got some farming community. It will have a big impact on them as well. So, economic development is not just about business. It's about the whole community. and we need to remember that. So it's also on the Kapiti Coast. We have a lot of businesses who work from home, a lot of small businesses here. So how are they going to police that?
Yeah, that's dead right. All right, and what else have you got thoughts on in the long-term plan?
Well, we're looking at the town centres. There is a concern that they've sort of reduced the budget, if you like, over a longer time frame. So once again, that impacts on business. You know, if you look at Waikanai and look at Mahara Place, they need work now. You know, some of those businesses in sort of 10, 15 years' time won't be there. So we really need to look at our town centres and help them thrive.
Yeah, sure. All right, so you'll be putting that in and discussing it with them, no doubt. We've got one or two events coming up, I noticed, just to keep us ticking over in the Kapiti Chamber of Commerce. One of those is another women's midwinter lunch.
Midwinter lunch, yes, and we have Sally from Makahika talking to us. Now, of course, Sally is an excellent businesswoman. She won the Electra Business Award last year. And she will be our guest speaker. And let's remember that the business is not just for business people. So if there's any woman out there who would like to come along, join in, listen to Sally, most welcome to join us.
So pay to get your tickets now. It's around about, not till June though, but I mean...
It's June, but yeah.
Once those your events end up with about 200 odd people there, don't they? So they're they're very popular. Okay, yes. And we've got a Business After 5 coming up too, haven't we, soon?
Yes, Business After 5 last Wednesday in May.
Oh, that's a fair way off. Yeah,
that's next month, not far away.
Oh, I suppose that's right.
That's at Paula's.
Good as gold. All right, anything else you want to tell us today, Heather?
No, not at the moment. I mean, our concentration of Chamber is A, on the airport, and B, the long-term plan. That's where our focus is. You know, we do advocacy is very strong in our chamber, and we do like to hear from our businesses, hear their views, and then go out and put those views forward on their behalf. That's one of our stronger points. So anybody from business who has some ideas, we're meeting again on Saturday morning. Please get in touch with me, and we can consider their opinions as well. Right.
From the figures coming out, we seem to be growing in our economic area, don't we, from what I've heard?
We are.
Yeah, yes. So it's positive, but...
it's very positive.
Yeah. All right then, Heather, have a good day, and we'll catch you in a month's time.
Thank you, Nigel. You take care.
Heather Hutchings, Chair of the Kapiti Chamber of Commerce here on Beach FM.
106.3 Beach FM.